Analyst Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter Allie LaForce.
You could call this a boomerang trip for them hitting the road, and just as soon as they've left, they're headed back home again. So hopefully they're well rested and can make the most of these games.
And you look at Matas Buzelis, size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving. And that's a promising shot for Buzelis.
Poole outside. Chicago with a rebound. Pass to Randall. From deep three-point range. Kispert grabs a miss. Poole outside. Outside Coulibaly. Back to Poole. Driving in. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And a great job by Poole of putting some pressure on the defense.
From deep, Giddey. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
Here's Sarr. Basket's good.
And defensively, you just cannot let Sarr get that ball inside.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Wizards head coach had a few moments to share with me. And one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it. But they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Buzelis. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. The Bulls with another miss.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Now here's Poole. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. And that one's good. Coulibaly.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Three-point field goal.
Massively improved from the three-point line. Randall, a weapon here from deep.
Poole from long range. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Lets it go from the wing. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 3. The deep 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Just a gutsy shot by the rookie. Buzelis letting it fly from way out there.
Coulibaly on the wing. The 17-footer. Poole shot is off.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
From deep, Giddey. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
The Wizards trail by 3. Will it go? Poole shot is off.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
The shot by Buzzell is no good.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Kispert. Launches a three. And all around the rim that time before dropping. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Three-pointer, Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Buzelis has got 9.
And you get used to seeing that from Josh Giddey. The way he sees the court is just remarkable.
Poole shot is off.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best. He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls leading by 4. Fires for 3. Sinks the tray. He's got 12.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Poole. Again, the miss by Poole.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Coulibaly. Here's Sarr. Washington again can't hit.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
From deep, Giddey. He buries it from 3. Giddey's gotten his second bucket of the game.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's the Bulls up 10. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Here's Carrington. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Graham.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
The Wizards trail by 8. Puts it up. Hey, shot is good.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Vucevic. The Bulls with another miss.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span, so hard to envision that happening anytime soon. You got a long way to go.
Smart for 3. And so the ball out of bounds. Smart tucks it last. Wizards trail by 9. Up top, Johnson. From the arc. Washington again can't hit.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Here's Buzelis. It's rebounded by Washington.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. For 3, Randall. Gay with a rebound. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Washington shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well. Mixing it up inside, just coming up empty-handed.
The shot by Buzelis is no good. The Wizards trail by 7. Pass to Gay. Hey, expanding his range. Buzelis grabs the board. Randall, left side. Puts up a 3. Buzelis, that one's good. Buzelis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And you see the potential Buzelis has as a shooter. This kid's upside is definitely enticing.
Here's Champagnie. Still no points. The kick out to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Pass to Buzelis. .151 left to play in the first half of basketball.
Her friend bad need both on. I know she tired. None of these ain't got no motion. Bro, I'm hopping out inside of my coat. Make them to the world. Be acting too woke. I just might go like Lambo V12 and interior leather. I'm the GOAT. I just might throw on all of my juice. Be feeling like I'm on a boat. Yeah, switch go. But I'm pulling up 42 dub. I might go Porsche for all guys pulling up on the bed in the bug. Never been lame. I ain't pulling up on no bed, no hug. Play with my money, I feel like Big Worm. I pull it on you by the. They wanna know this like be like me. I'm hopping out of the V. I got about 2, 3 foreigns. Rich, still put it past the tree. Side of my waist, still put it on the T. Only do a hit, sing love songs, still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with it. Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette. Got a couple with me, they gon' maneuver with me. Ask how many inside of this car. It's like 250. 2 phone, 3 phone, come my ring off. I ain't tryna hear what a say. Tryna beef with like me, won't turn this in the blitz day. She try to ask me what time it was, I don't know, but I hold in my wrist, ayy. Waving the left to right and put my dimes right in the face. I gon' take all of my case, my car's expensive. Better look in the garage and look at my crib. None of my cars is rented. I be riding 5% with 20 on the windshield. My car's is tinted. Making move out of this spot like I'm moving in and I'm the lieutenant. Yeah, who I'm with it. Gotta throw on up B shit 2 times. Float up LB. I'ma buy my green like I'm a crouton. She want with a charger for the give her a coupon. I don't trust not a soul. And I got my shoes on. I told you last time, it was my last time. They tried to tell me that I was gonna need you. That was the past time. Pull up inside of the vet. They be on bedtime. They just might rock you to bed like it was just nap time. They wanna know what it's like be like me. I'm hopping out of the V. I got about 2, 3 foreigns. Rich, and still put it past the tree. Out of my waist, and still put it on the T. Only do a hit, sing love song, and still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with it. Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette. Got a couple with me, they gon' maneuver with me. Ask how many inside of this car, it's like 250. see why you are stressed. Because you're no contest. Told I can't confess. Drop racks, I'll clean my mess. Excuse me while I flex. That's to my left. You're bad with bad breath. For bags, I do conquest. Find bag, then I collect. No, that love. Like geeks know every spec. Both I, oh yes. It's like I'm grandma, yes. PT rep that till death. Get back, I need 10 steps. Don't care who got up next. PT can't miss. Ain't heard no like this. Pull out my sheet. I got the bread to trick. I see your ex down bad, I think he need assist, So I went that mama, I no drama, I'm on my way to the tippity top. I'm so OP, think I'm a knob. B-O-B-M-O-B-G-A-N-G. Love me when I stop. I might get bored and just get in the stocks. Shawty just gave me the. I love black girls that listen to rock. You think you're trying to put me in box? This ain't for containing, you stupid little. Ain't no point in saving when let us go. I'm so good at singing the way I carry notes. They frame what I'm saying. Treat that like paintings. This not a handout. We not relaying. Competition, all we do is dust it. I'm the type to hold the face up. I'ma hold the hair up and shit. Leave up looking like I'm really him with his assumption. I was getting 5-star for my luncheon. Keep on giving me lip. I don't really walk anywhere. I'm a floating. I'm a real nightmare. Put your vote in. Gon' flinch and start punching. I'll keep on doing it till it's soaking.
It's the Wizards in Washington for a little interconference action in the nation's capital. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. You look at the Suns. Pass to Durant. So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Pass to Song. 5 to shoot. Here's Poole with the fadeaway. The rebound by Richards. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Wizards head coach gave me a few minutes. During our talk, I asked Coach what makes Kevin Durant one of the best scorers ever. He told me it's insane that a 7-footer has that much skill. Kevin truly is one of a kind. Now, no one can stop him one-on-one. We need a team effort. Of course, KD's going to the Hall of Fame, and he's still giving opponents nightmares late in his career. Guys?
Thank you, David.
There's never been a question about whether Jordan Poole can fill it up in a hurry. This guy has got as versatile an offensive skill set as you can want.
The Wizards working the ball around now. Koulibaly with it. Out guarded by Booker. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Washington,
And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Coulibaly. 6'8" with a 7'2" arm span.
Kev, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential.
So it's Washington now. The Suns getting the bucket. Here's Poole. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Coulibaly.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
The three from KD. Rebound by the Wizards.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
The kick out to Poole. Three-pointer. And Ball pulls it down.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
And here's KD for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Poole. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Man, that's a big-time finish right there. Jordan Poole not flustered at all by the contact.
Pass to Richards. Booker in the corner. There's the pick. Three-pointer. And no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Poole on the wing. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Wizards trailed by 3. Here's Poole. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Poole's got 5 points so far.
But you see the elusiveness of Jordan Poole, able to make his mark on the interior.
Yes, that goes in. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Well, the defense has got to be willing to guard the jumper, and for Devin Booker, that opens up the drive.
It's Poole with the drive. The shot by George, no good. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Phoenix. 3-point lead. Pass to Ball. Shot clock at 6. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, inside, Bolt does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
3rd team foul.
1:15 left in the first. And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Out left to the wing. Here's Ball. And the dunk by Ball.
Assisted.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Pass to Song. From deep. Here's Coulibaly. Over in the corner, Poole. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Now, Jordan Poole can be tricky to defend. He's got a lot to his offensive game.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28. And Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
Now, here's Kispert. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Puts up a deep three. Phoenix grabs the miss. Stolen by Kispert. On the wing, Johnson. With 1 on the clock. And it is good! The buzzer! Wow!
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Washington Wizards. Some good action already in this one.
I hate when it's not cold, but I'm cold in the house. Does that make sense? You in a real battle right now. My fault, big dog. Damn, he don't want to join the party? Who?
But a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. To the middle. Here's Bamba. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Bamba's got his first 2 points. For 3, Kispert. Walker with the rebound. Allen outside. Here's Bamba. Misses in close. And the Wizards with possession. Here's Johnson. Over in the corner, Wood. Pass to Gay. 6 to shoot. Now, here's Kispert. Scoreless thus far. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, we never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Monte Morris was a late second-round selection back in 2017. But boy, hard work and perseverance has paid off for this guy.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. The Suns leading. Down low. Here's Bamba. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, obviously, this is where Mo Bamba is so dangerous. You make a mistake on the defensive end, he's going to take free throws.
And that one falls for Bamba. That one is no good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Inside, here's Wood. Walker with some nice D.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Phoenix leading by 4. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, what a job by Mo Bamba to get to his area. Get on the interior, pick your spots. Mo Bamba does just that. Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And the wide open shot for Morris. Off target with his 3.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Now Wood. Still yet to score. Bamba with the block.
Well, this is one of Bamba's big-time strengths. Send it back, Mo.
Off target from 3-point range. Wizards trailed by 4. Pass to Gay. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. On offense, here are the Suns. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Morris outside to the paint. Here's Bamba.
How about the execution and pick and roll? Monte Morris, just a great understanding of how to exploit the defense.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity. The Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. I guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. Wizards trailed by 7. Here's Carrington. Drops in the layup for 2. Carrington's got his second bucket tonight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to O'Neal. Now Allen shoots the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Allen's got a pair of triples in the second now for Phoenix.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
And Doris, when you take a look at someone like Royce O'Neal, what do you see?
I mean, so many things, Kevin. There's great intangibles with this young man. Hard worker, incredibly smart defensively, versatile defensively, and he's so often matched up against the opponent's best scorer and relishes it. I love that.
Pass to Walker. Back to Morris. A kick out to O'Neal. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Morris with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Morris looking over the floor. Gay with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
To the inside. Wood. And finished off by Wood.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
O'Neal outside. Pass to Allen. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
Here's Johnson. Phoenix grabs the miss. Morris with the ball. And it's blocked. And so it's Phoenix in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Wizards trail by 8. A drive by Poole. It's stolen. Right side, Kevin Durant. Booker left side. And Bol wide open. He shoots. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Here's Murray. That's tipped.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Here's Azubuike. Takes it off the glass.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Booker. Booker going to work inside.
Well, that's what you call a tough two, because if you're in the lane at D-Book size, you never know what could happen.
Here's Coulibaly. It's tipped. They recover it. Phoenix leading by 4. And Durant, here we go. And then Durant with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And here is Poole. 12 points for him. Drains the... three-pointer. Sarr's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Booker. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
A drive by Poole. Pass to Azubuike. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Kicks it out to Booker. Over Coulibaly. Booker, no good. Wizards trailed by 3. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Wizards have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Booker inside. Here's Murray. He has yet to score. Doesn't go for him. Back to Coulibaly. Poole on the wing. And it's all evened up. Poole's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And the shot goes in.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker. On the interior, it matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
Outside for George. Back to Poole for the lead. The shot's good on the assist by George. Poole's got 17.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. To the middle, and stolen by Murray. The finish, Devin Booker soaring in.
If Devin Booker's cooking, it's a wrap, folks. This guy makes the game look easy.
Out to the wing. It's blocked. Durant with it. George picks him up. Haiti, so efficient in there. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Pass to Azubuike. Clock at 6. Off the run, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, that's a pretty pass by Jordan Poole. He is better when he's making his teammates better.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Some changes for Phoenix. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Carrington. He's got 8. Kicks it out to Johnson. Now here's Kispert. Back to Johnson. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Suns. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue.
55.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Morris has got the ball here for the Suns. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to O'Neal. Allen with the ball. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Carrington. It's stolen by Morris. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Nobody near Allen.
Leave the ball,
Triple
bro.
from the wing.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
God off.
Here's Gay. Here's Shumshay.
No other way.
And that one is hammered home.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Right wing. Bamba wide open, and he fires. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. And the Suns lead by 8. For 3, Kispert. And that one is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Well,
not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Bamba sets a screen. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, you see the fluidity in the screen and roll game. Mo Bamba, decisive in his movements, is what allows him to convert.
Here's Shumshay.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Morris outside. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
Here's Kispert. And he drops it in from the low post. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Walker a screen. Morris into the lane. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Allen. It's hauled in by Shumshay. Wizards trailed by 10. Here's Carrington. And he uses the glass on the layup. The Suns call time.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, over the last break, I listened to Phoenix's coach talk to the team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable.
Wow,
so we got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thanks, David.
We've come to expect this from Devin Booker. This guy is a relentless force on the offensive end. Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Here's KD. Washington with the rebound. Ogden right side. Pass to Coulibaly. George with the ball. Guarded by KD. And Azubuike trying to break free. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Suns lead by 8. And here's Booker from the arc. The break finished off by Devin Booker.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
First team foul.
Brogdon just so good at using his body there to shield off the defender. Often, that's going to result in a trip to the line.
1:52 left in the game. Now Murray. There's the pick. Fires for 3. Booker, no good. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Wizards. They trail by 9 points. Fires away from outside. Rebound by Murray.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here's Sard. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Drills it from outside. KD's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Here's Murray. Rebounded by the Wizards. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And again, Washington no good. And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Here's Durant. Oh, he jams it right over Alex Sarr.
The to-do list when you're trying to guard Kevin Durant is long, and he's used that added strength to power through contact.
Pass to Sarr. And And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up.
I think I hit like 2 threes, 2 for 15. Oh yeah, I shoot good.
Hey, I wish I could get away. I might just try today. Grab wings and fly away. Might lose my mind today. Need something right away. Never expected a medal for doing my job. You never need a receipt when you give it to God. How can I prove I'm alive? My blood and my sweat is a sign. My OG would pull me aside and tell me it's due when you died. I got back pain, I got carried away. Migraine, every day, max pain, no minimum wage. Tax break, they take everything. To be frank, I feel like I'm saint. Heavy bags, Louis and Saint. What if I give it away? I might just try to overwork underpaid.
Good to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon for basketball here on 2K Sports. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Rejected by George. The three on target from range. Coulibaly's got his second basket on the night.
He could have gone straight to the hole, but they'll take that three.
And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history, Grant.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
Nick Richards.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Richards. That's his first foul. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Azubuike. Soft touch off the glass.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Durant for three. Sarr pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. To the inside. Picked it. Inside. And now the Suns fast break. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And this is how you get out in transition. Murray showing no fear on the break.
Here's Sarr. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Solid defense from Bowles. Here's Booker. They get it back. Outside Murray. Let's go with a three. Hits the three-pointer. Murray's got 5 now.
Well, Murray's got the range. It's the consistency he's looking for.
Poole with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Tipped. Murray inside. He's got 5. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Layup. These niggas want to do a kind of
So he gets them both.
It's easy to get blocked.
Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span. So hard to envision that happening anytime soon. They got a long way to go.
Now here's Murray. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Pass to Bol. Phoenix no good that time either.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
The Suns leading. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with the head coach for Phoenix. I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. And that one good.
Poole cashing in from the shallow end.
Here's Durant. There's the drive. And it's slammed in by Durant.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Offensive rebound. Pass to Sarr. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. Blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession.
He's overhelping.
Shot clock at 2. Second shot opportunity.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And that one drops for him. Booker's got his second basket.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Poole up top. An aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Here's Sarr. Here's Azubuike. Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Sarr. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. And the Suns pushing it up now. Good chance here for Booker. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
They're loving how DeJounte Murray right now is creating offense through his defense.
Poole outside. Can they get it? It's hauled in by the Suns.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Second team foul.
41 seconds left in the first. On the attack, Morris. Bamba. And that comes off the assist by Morris.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Shots good by Carrington.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Now here's Morris. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Going inside. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Pass to Wood. One second left. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Phoenix Suns earning this break in the action, up 10. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Real right now.
For three, Allen counted from distance. Allen's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Great finish on the drive from Morris. This is what happens when you give him the lane.
Wizards trail by 12. Three-pointer, Kispert gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
That shot is good by O'Neal.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And here's Kispert from the arc. Walker pulls down the board. The Suns lead by 11. O'Neal on the wing. Takes the three. He drops it from range. O'Neal's got 5 points now this quarter.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
They're just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Here's Carrington. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Mo Bamba. Washington shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
A nice shot by Morris.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
And Monte Morris is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Pass to Gay. Here's Carrington, guarded by Morris. Shot's good by Carrington. Carrington's got 6 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Here's Morris.
Yeah, bro.
The layup
can't
misses.
run that offense no more, dog.
Wizards trail by 15. He tries for three. Gay misses. The baseline, Jay. Gay with a rebound. And there's the foul. It'll go on Grayson Allen. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Gay. Jacks up a three. Buries it from three. Gay's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
I love the way they're spacing the floor this quarter. Their three-point percentage has really gone up.
To the middle. Here's Bamba. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Phoenix shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Bamba hits them both. Brent, you had a ton of playoff experience as a player. What was the atmosphere of the NBA postseason like?
Well, the intensity certainly picks up, BA, but looking back at it, it's so fun to see the amount of attention that all of a sudden comes with playoff basketball. So many more fans, so many more cameras, so much on the line. It's really where you enjoy all that hard work.
Wizards trail by 14. Outside Coulibaly. Brogdon from outside. From deep. Brogdon.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Durant on the attack. And it's slammed in by Durant.
There's Durant playing foul line down.
From deep, Sarr. A rebound by Murray. Phoenix leading by 13. Here's Booker. And a missed layup. And it's Brogdon with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Here's Coulibaly. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Outside Durant. So it'll be two free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Second personal foul.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It goes on Bol Bol. Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And they pick up two.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And the Suns call time here. Phoenix leading by 8. Murray with it. He has 7. From behind the arc. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
That's an area DeJounte Murray continues to work on. When he's hitting threes, man, he's dangerous.
And that one drops.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And so it's Phoenix with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Suns lead by 9. Outside Durant. It's Booker on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Booker's got 8.
You just look how precise the footwork and the shooting is from Devin Booker. So easy from that distance.
Pass to Azubuike. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Now Durant. From 15 feet away. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Durant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They're going old school out there now. Working the mid-range part of the floor.
George, right side. Pass to Azubuike. Clock at 6. And here's Poole. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Here's Poole. Got a hand on it.
Well, Murray timing that one right, and with that 6'10" wingspan, he can get to it.
Here's Azubuike. Good work defensively by Richards.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Murray, no good.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
And it's Coulibaly missing.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Now here's Booker. 11 points in the game. The kick to Durant. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
KD just money from the corner. You can't give him those looks.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, you think about it, in 2015, a dozen teams passed on Devin Booker. Got to be tough for those front offices to watch him play this way.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Poole. And there's the rejection. In transition, here come the Suns. And it's Kevin Durant with the 3. Durant's got 13.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass. That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Boom. Yup. Nah.
Takes a 3. And it's Azubuike with the rebound. The Wizards trail by 19. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. 13 feet out. No good that time.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Outside Bull. He's off on the layup. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now a timeout called by Washington. To the paint. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Jabari Walker.
You know, Wood has really grown into himself over the past few seasons. The more his team asks of him, the more he delivers. He's always ready to step up.
It's Walker on the wing.
2 minutes remaining.
Allen outside. Walker sets a screen. Banked it in off the glass. Allen's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
1:33 left in the 3rd quarter. Into the lane. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
At 6'10", dunking is effortless for Wood, especially when he's given this type of positioning.
Back to Morris. Here's O'Neal. He's got 5. 4 on the clock. Here's Allen. Washington with a rebound. Kispert, left side. O'Neal pulls it in. Phoenix leading by 21. The shot. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. 3-pointer, Kispert. The rebound by Bamba.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
The Wizards trail by 21.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
From the wing. Can't get it to drop. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Suns on top, running away with this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Carrington. Pass to Gay. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Here's Johnson, and the layup is good off the glass. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
Nice dribble move to get to the hoop for an easy 2.
Down low. Here's Bamba, and it's Bamba finishing strong.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out. Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing the second half in the mud.
Morris for three. It's rebounded by Washington. And stolen by Bamba. Well.
No, I'm with some elegance. I'm with some with a post, so I hope that you hesitant. If they make them wish that they never, most of these just they be telling me. Man, I'm finna take over, I'm stamping it. How you this shit they selling ain't rip. Left your dog in that rain and ain't help with it. How is you solid, you ain't never dealt with it. You see me, I come different, I'm blessed with it. We ain't got the rollie, it go with my necklace. 30 for both, you could you mess with it. Can't do the show if it don't gotta check with it. Dean Popo, I swear they irrelevant. Hating like I don't know, that's really jealous. Knowing they mad that they no longer next to me. Know that I in the that I rep. Went to Solomon, I shot the 10 for 600 on all I net. Paid it full like Mitch. Really happy me. Got out that started rapping, and 6 months later I'm rich. Extra green up in my pack. I had it in it.